Hi friends, this is Imtiaz JOUFARDEEN from New York, United States. Welcome to my channel, Know It All with Imtiaz. As you all know that I have done two videos, one about the American Green Card Lottery, which is also called DV, Diversity Visa 2024, and the other in the same subject, the how to submit good photo, with the they have a lot of requirements for a photo, how to submit upload a good photo for the DV 2024. And this is my third video. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to do a complete application, so you can just follow me and we both can simultaneously work together to submit a successful DV 2024 entry. Okay, before I share my screen, I gotta let you know a few things. Number one is, thank you very much for all your support. This channel is like just 11 days, and as I said, I just did two videos. If you missed those videos, you can come back to my channel and watch those videos first before you do this. So you all have given a immense support. I just witnessed like 460 something subscribers and 4.8k, close to 5,000 views and 400 hours of watch time with just two videos. So this is my third video, so let's go. Okay, so before I share the screen, I'm telling you, before I share my screen, I want to tell you this video is going to be full of valuable information. And sorry for the delay, like I supposed to do this video early, but I was so busy with my work and family and stuff. Sorry. So in this video, I don't want to show my beautiful face, but I'm going to share the screen. Okay, so you will have highly needed step-by-step explanation of how to apply the information sharing my video. 100% information and explanation. You can get it from any other. Okay, make sure that incomplete entries and entries made by any other means except the official website are not acceptable. Okay, and make sure to use an updated web browser. Department of State is telling us that if you use Internet Explorer 8 or below, the high chances the DB system is not going to work. So make sure that you have a working internet, working device, and an updated browser. Okay, you don't need any agent. You can do it yourself. You don't have to pay a penny to anybody. That's what Department of State wants to. Okay, so by any chance, if you want to ask someone to do this for you, make sure to get a confirmation page, the printout or a screenshot after the successful submission of the application, because that's what you need. That's the only thing you have to check your results in, I believe, May 6th, 2023, when they out the results. You got to go back to the same website, dvprogram.state.gov, and you can check. I'll show you and I'll tell you how to check your results. And that's later. You don't have to worry about that now. Now you have to worry about making a successful entry, and then let's worry about that later. Okay, the sole source of knowing your results, as I said, is that website. So don't go anywhere else. Okay, so you will get more information from the Department of State, and we also plan to make more videos for people who are selected already. For example, like 2023 DB, those people also called me, a lot of people, for they need a lot of information. So we'll do our best. Okay, so this application, what we're going to do is Department of State 5501, which is DS5501. That's the application we're going to do using their website. Now, without further delay, let me jump into the application. Let me share my screen. Hi friends. Okay, so let me show you how I'm gonna successfully submit a 2024 DV entry. Okay, so let's search for the website, DV program. Okay, here we go, dvprogram.state.gov 2024. So dvprogram.state.gov. Okay, let's go to the website and let me move this little thing here. Okay, now before I go to this green guy here, begin entry, this is the one we want to click to make our DB 2024 entry. So before that, let me explain you a little bit briefly about this page. Okay, so as you all know, this program is run by the Green Card Lottery, or the DV, Electronic Diversity Visa. This program is run by United States Department of State under Bureau of Consular Affairs. So it says electronic diversity visa applicant entry system here, and under electronic diversity visa it says welcome, and under the welcome it says the time frame, when it started, and it's going up to another week, November 8th. And it says that no more mail entries using the United States Postal Service or anything. So this is the only official website, and only this way you can do the entry. For last couple of years, this is what going on. Okay, so this guy is here, DV 2024 instructions. When you click that, you will you will get all kind of information regarding this program, but you don't have to do anything, because I have explained clearly in my last two videos, one of them about the DV program, and the other one about DV photograph, how to take a photograph, that the photograph requirements, and how to upload that and everything. I did two videos, so if you missed those two, you can please just post this and go back and watch those two videos before you continue here, because you may missing some information, you may missing, you may have, you don't have any idea about the eligibility criteria and all. So okay, so once you are ready, come back here, and I'm going to show you this photo example. Even though I have done a separate video for photo requirement, I'm just going to show you one more thing. Like, if you have not yet validated your photo. Okay, let's go to this photo example, and here they have they're showing us acceptable visa photos. These all four are good, and here there are 5 pictures, and 3 of them are not good for some reason, and I have explained that in my photograph video. You can just go back and listen to it. So what I'm going to show you is the photo tool. Like, by any chance, if you have a photo and you have to make sure it's validated before we do the application, because once we start the application, you don't want to get stuck there. So let's press this photo tool, and you can click this, choose photo, and then you can okay, let's choose a photo. Okay, let's say I take this one, and okay, now it says your photo has been rejected for the following reasons. Minimum photo dimensions are 600 into 600. They're talking about the pixels here, I believe. 600 into 600 pixels, and the picture must be square. And I, of course, know this picture is no good. I just wanted to show you that. So you're going to get one of the messages saying in a red color X, what are the shortcoming of your picture, and they say you can use that picture. So what you want is, you want to put a picture here, and you want to get a green color tick, a green color right mark. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, and now before we click the begin entry, I just want to show you this guy too, check status. So this is where you're going to come back on May 6, 2023 to check your results. And for the last year, the people who filed 2023 DV in 2021, you can check your status right now. If you go here, check status, and press check status again and continue, and all you have to put is there is a confirmation number they got, those people who applied last year. That confirmation number comes here, and the last name or the family name comes here, and the year of birth comes here, and then you have like authentication characters, and put it and submit, and you will get the results. Okay, I will show you that part when we finish our application. Okay, now okay, let's go back to this guy. Okay, and before we do that, and that they have in America we use paperwork reduction act for the paperworks. So they exactly estimate and tell you like how much time you need to fill any application. So for this one they say 30 minutes, but it doesn't mean that if you can finish it in 30 minutes they're gonna end your application. It doesn't mean that, but they say 30 minutes is enough for you. Okay, so let's go without further delay. Let's jump into the application, begin entry. Okay, and here again, authentication code, some characters you have to type. In our scenario, this is YTJJASA. YTJJASA. Okay, let's do this. Okay, here we go. This is the form. So this form has two parts. Part one is entrant information. Entrant is the applicant, and part two is derivative information. The applicant's spouse and children. Children under 21, not married. So okay, so I have I want to just show you all like how to do this application. So I'm gonna use some names. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to file for a couple, like let's say mom and dad and a son. Okay, so I have some names here. So the son is a famous guy. So I just I just got his name and his parents' name. So you can check who is it, and you can find out and put who is it in the description. Okay, so that's a quiz for you. Okay, so the father's name is Naimul Karim. So the last name is Karim. Okay, we can use the caps, so it's going to be like proportional and easy. So Karim, and the first name is Naimul, and let's say we don't have no middle name. Okay, for this person, of course, there's no middle name, so you have to press this no middle name. Okay, before we do this, I have to kind of briefly explain you about this name thing. you know and before even that, in America, like all the forms, all the immigration forms or any kind of forms, it has a like OMB control number. It means like Office of Management and Budget, and there's a form number DS5501, and there is an expiry date too. Like in some part of the world, expiry is only for food, food and beverage, but here even for the form we have an expiry date. So any forms, I mean, most of the forms, almost all the forms in America, has an expiry date. So after that date, you can't use that form. So since we are doing the online application, it's not a big deal, because they're going to put the unexpired form anyway. But if you are printing, entering the data and printing a form in the paper, or you printing the form and filling it by pen, you have to make sure the form is not expired. I'm not talking about DB, I'm talking about anything. Like if you have to do anything, any business with American forms, you have to make sure the form is not expired. Okay, and as I said, they mentioned the 30 minutes, the estimated burden here too. Okay, now regarding the names, some people has like simply like one first name, one last name. Some people has maybe a middle name, so three names. You can just put the middle name here. But some people in other parts of the world, they have a lot of names. Some people have like 6 7 pieces of name. God knows, how many last name, how many first name, how many middle name. So one thing I can advise you, I have a lot of experience since 2004. I do immigration works. One thing I can explain you, advise you, whatever names you have in your passport, right? You can't miss them, you can't hide them, you have to mention everything. If the system is not letting you put all your names, at least you have to make your initials. Let's say like you have 3 pieces of last name, so you can enter all three. So make sure you enter 2 pieces of the last name, and the third one at least the initial, the first letter of the name. Same thing with the first name and the middle name. Okay, so you have to make sure what is your correct first name, middle name, last name, because some people are confused, because in America they say last name and family name for uh, last name and family name, and the first name, middle name. But in some other parts of the world they call it given name for the the first name, and surname for the family name. There are a lot of issues, so you have to make sure, and different kind of documents, like let's say your passport says something, your birth certificate says something, your driver license says something. This happens in other parts of the world. So you have to make sure you follow your passport, because that's the document you're going to give it to the embassy, and that's the document you need your visa if you are selected. So make sure which one is your first name, which one is your last name, which one is your middle name, and which one you don't have. Like if you don't have a first name, you just press here no first name. If you don't have a middle name, you just put here no middle name. And they say if you only have one name, you have to put that name in the last name. That's why for last name they don't have a no last name box. Okay, so that's all I can tell you about the names. And let's jump into, and make sure that you don't misspell. You have to put the spellings exactly as it is in the passport. Okay, because you don't need issues later. Okay, now this gentleman Naimul Karim is of course a male, and I'm not going to use his original birth certificate, real birth certificate, I mean date of birth. I'm just going to make it January 1st, 1980. Okay, so make sure in America the month come first, 2 digit, and day 2 digit, and year 4 digits. Most of the countries in the world has the day come first and month come second, but here the month come first. So January, anyway, I'm going to do January 1st, so that's 1 1 anyway. Okay, 1980. Okay, let's go to the next one. So and some people, some lot of the third world countries, some old people, they don't even know their date of birth. So if you're applying by any chance, you have to find at least your year of birth. Let's say it is 1909 or 1900, you put 1900 year. And in Other forms in America, I know that from other, like a lot of other immigration forms says, if you don't know the date and month, you can just put 1/1. But the reason I put 1/1 is not that, okay, just I just say January 1st. But if you do, if you only know the year of birth, you can just put it there, and you have to put January 1st anyway. But if you don't know the year, that's going to be a problem, because you have to enter that field to continue the application. Okay. And the city where you were born, and they're saying that enter birth city only, do not enter district, country, province, state, you know, those stuff. So why, if you don't know where you were born, you can just click here, birth city unknown. Okay. The reason they are saying that, because people confuse, sometimes they like, can I put the, let's say you were born in a village, can I put the village name, or the nearby town's name, or the district name, or the province name, state name, so that's why they're saying. So wherever you born, even it's a village, the name city doesn't mean it's a big city. Okay. Whatever your birth certificate says you're born in, just put that name. Okay. So I'm just going to put let's say, good place maybe. Okay. Now, the country. Okay, the country you can put. I mean, if you are from any eligible country, you can just put it. I'm going to put here Sri Lanka, because that's where I'm originally from. I'm an American citizen since 2012, but I am originally from Sri Lanka. Okay, let's go with Sri Lanka. Okay, now they're asking country of eligibility for the DV program. 99 out of 100 times, the birth country and the eligible country is the same. But there are people, there are people who qualified through country of eligibility, but their birth country is different. So I have explained all this in my DB 2024 video. You can just go back to my video, and I have a clear explanation for all these issues. You can just listen to it. Okay. So what we're going to do is, we're going to stick with yes. I mean, country of eligibility and country of birth is the same. Yes. Okay. If you say no, you have to find your eligibility country. Okay. If your birth country is different from eligibility country. Okay. In my case, okay, I'm going to say yes. Okay. Now the photograph. So this is why I showed you, like, how to upload the, I mean, validate the photo before before you have problems at this stage. Okay. Now let's choose the photo. I just have some photos. I can just I mean, I'm going to use my photos. I'm not going to use anybody else's photos. Okay, let's just put one of the photo here. And okay, let's go to the address part. Okay, in care of, if you have any in care of names, you can just put it. It's an optional one, or otherwise you just put the address, the mailing address. Make sure it's not residential address, is the mailing address right now they ask. Okay. Okay, now the address. Okay, let's say 123 straight path. Okay, straight path, and address line 2. It's an optional one. If you have, you can put. Otherwise, just leave it. I'm gonna say good place. Okay, and the town, I'm gonna say best town. Okay, the district, let's say the province. In Sri Lanka, like, we have district and province. We don't have states, but every country has different geographical units when it comes to address. So I'm going to put central province. Okay, central. Okay, now the zip code. Okay, let's say I don't know exactly what is the zip code, because in Sri Lanka the postal code is a new thing. I didn't bother to Google it. I just put 10,000. And the country, if you don't have a postal code, you can just click this guy. Okay, and the country is Sri Lanka again. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I didn't put anything in the in care of thing. Like, if you have any in care of, you can just put the name. That's all. Okay, now they ask country where you live today, because you are living maybe somewhere else, not in the country of eligibility, or not in the country of birth. Okay, let's say you're living in a different country. You just put the country here, and they're gonna ask the address of that country. But I'm in my case, I'm just gonna put the same thing, Sri Lanka. Okay, now the phone number. You can just put your phone number, since if you put your country of residence, you don't have to mention the area code, I believe. I mean, the country code. But if you mention, it's okay. Just mention you can just put a plus and the country code. And for Sri Lanka, it's 94, and let's say the area code is 123, and the phone number is 456 7890. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I put a number there, and the email address. whatever the phone number you have, you can just put. It's an optional one. If you don't have to put, if you don't want to put your phone number, that's fine. Okay, now it's email. Okay, I'm gonna say like betterperson@gmail.com maybe. Okay, here we go. Okay, and you have to put the same email again to confirm it. They confirm always, so they don't want a wrong email. So betterperson@gmail.com. That's not a real email ID. I just made it up. Okay, now the education part. Like depend where you live. Maybe this list seems like a little strange to you, because some countries, they don't use the exact terminologies. Maybe for not everything, like some of the stuff. So you decide what is equal to primary or high school degree or vocational university and everything. So if you don't have 12 years of elementary and secondary education, which is equal to high school in the United States, a pass high school pass, graduated, you are not qualified. And you have another eligibility criteria is coming from your job. Whatever the job you are doing, you have to go to this website, and you have to check if you have the ratings they required. I have explained everything in my first video, so please go back to the video if you want that information. So if you are not qualified by your education or your job, the occupation, please don't bother to fill this, because you're going to waste your time. That's all. I mean, even though they select you, they're not going to give you visa. That's they are very strict. It's a simple eligibility criteria, but they are strict. That's what they say in the instructions too. So in our case here, it's I mean everyone's case, no matter where you live in the world, it must be high school degree or above, in compared to American qualification. If you have high school no degree or primary school, you are not eligible through education. Okay, so let's say this guy is high school degree. I'm going to put high school degree, and now they're asking about your marital status. Are you unmarried or married? If you are married, they want to know your spouse is a United States citizen or permanent resident, or your spouse is not a citizen or permanent resident. Okay, so I'm going to put married, but his spouse is not a U.S. citizen. Okay, and they have married, unmarried, and married is two of them. Like married spouse is U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Married U.S. spouse or spouse is not a permanent resident or citizen, and the other one is divorced, and the other one is widowed. The partner died, and legally separated. This one is in some parts of the world. They are like, what is the difference between divorced and legally separated? Okay, legally separated is officially you did not divorce, you don't have the paperwork, but you live apart. Okay, that's all. If you choose legally separated, you have to enter the spouse information. I mean, you are not applying for the spouse, but you have to enter the information. Okay, let's go to children. Okay, so in my scenario, I have one kid. Okay, let's go. And now we almost end of the first part. Okay, now let's by any chance, if you choose to cancel the entry, you still have time. You can just cancel it, but don't do that. I'm just kidding. Okay, now you continue. Okay, now you come to the part two. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to enter spouse detail information and the son's information. Before that, I want to just let you know that go back to part one. This is the button you click if you want to go back. Don't use the browser back button. Okay, that will put you out of the form. Okay, now, okay, spouse name is Christine Karim. Okay, the last name is Karim. Okay. Okay, Christine. Okay, no middle name. Okay, let's say her date of birth is June 6, 1990. Okay. Again, like people live, of course, people live in America, most of them, they don't, I mean, almost all of them, they don't do this DB entry. So, in other parts of the world, the month come after a day. So you have to make sure in America, the month come first. So for example, if you're born in December 15, make sure you put 12 here and 15 here. Okay, not 15 and 12, 12 and 15. Okay, 1990. So I just say June 6, 1990, and of course, female. Okay, and place of birth. Okay, I say good place. Okay, and if the birth city is unknown, you can click this guy here, and country is Sri Lanka. Okay, and now the spouse photograph. Okay, I'm not going to use anybody else's photo, so I'm just going to put another picture of mine. Okay, and the child's name. Okay, here we go. Child is Kareem Javid. Uh, so find out who he is and let me know in the description. Okay, so no middle name. Okay, Kareem Javid. I mean Javid Kareem actually. First name is Javid and last name is Kareem. Okay, his date of birth is October 28. Okay, October. Uh, okay, 28, and his the year of birth is different, but I'm gonna say just 2009. Okay. Um, Okay, so October 2009 and male and okay, and the city. So I'm gonna say good place again, and the country is Sri Lanka. Okay, the photograph again. So I'm just gonna put another photo. Okay, if the photo is not good, it's gonna tell you you have to use another photo. This photo is not good. That's the reason I ask you to validate the photo before you do anything. Okay, now if you again if you want to cancel the entry here, if you want to go back and do any changes, go back to part one, otherwise you continue. Okay, when you continue now, it's going to give you all the information you have entered and you can just verify them. The father's name, date of birth, place of birth, country of birth, everything. Then the mother, then the son. So you can make sure everything is good. If anything sounds not right, so you just go back and edit them. Okay, now this is a part two about the spouse, and this is about the son. Okay, now we are ready. This is the place we press click the submit button. So when you press submit, if everything is good, you're gonna get a message success, and you're gonna get a message. I'm gonna explain about that message with a picture because I did a application for a friend of mine, so I have deleted his personal information, and I'm gonna put your picture and explain it to you. It says there are like four things in that unique receipt. One of them is your name, and the other thing is confirmation number. Other thing is digital signature. So it's your name, confirmation number, digital signature, and your year of birth. Of course, your birth year. Okay, so when you come to check the results in 2023 May 6, you have to put that confirmation number, that is 16 characters, consist of uppercase letters and numbers. But the digital signature has 40 characters, also uppercase letters and numbers, but you don't need that. You just put the confirmation number, the 16 character one, and you put your year of birth and your name. That's how you check it. Okay, so when you click this again, it's going to say success, and it's going to give you all those unique information. Okay, and it's going to give you the time and date you submit the application. If it doesn't say success, unfortunately your entry is not properly submitted. Okay, so now if you want to go back to part one to do any correction, changes, editings, you can do this part two, and if you want to cancel the entry, you still have time. Okay, so now this is done. So I'm not going to submit this because I don't want to submit a fake entry. That's not the right thing. I just wanted to show you this. So you have put all your information, and you can do the submit, and you can make sure that you're going to get the success notice. Okay, friends, so that's about it. We are done with the application. You can press submit. I pray for you guys. I wish you all good luck, and don't forget May 6 2023, your results will be coming out, and then you can go to the same website, dvprogram.state.gov, and you can give those unique information, and you can check if you are selected. And after that, um, uh, you know the embassy in your country will tell you what to do next. Okay, so that's it for now. And make sure that you print or take a screenshot of the confirmation page, the success notice, because that's the only source you have to check your results. They're not going to call you, they're not going to email you, nothing else. If you have to go to the same website and check, so you need those information. So you make sure you have a printout or screenshot. Okay, so don't miss my next video. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.